Welcome back, folks, to the Bob Devaney Sports Center here at the University of Nebraska. And a little bit of a surprise at the midpoint of the team competition. Ohio State on top, Penn State having their problems.
They had a terrible start. You know, we talked about the difficulty of starting on the Pommel Horse event. They had an atrocious beginning. They scored a couple of 8.6s, 8.85. The bad thing was that they were tentative. Only in the last round on floor exercise did they have some real aggressive performances. Ohio State and Nebraska are doing the right thing. They're staying very consistent. Not unbelievable performances, but very consistent. That's the way you win this meet.
Well, we're going to find out if Penn State can come back as we continue our competition.
The second half of the competition involves 3 different pieces of apparatus.
Ohio State to vault, Penn State on parallel bars, and Nebraska to the most glamorous and most dangerous event, the high bar.
Does high bar scare you?
It took me a long time till I could watch the dismounts. But I can watch the dismounts now, so I'm getting used to it, but it does scare me, you know, standing on the ground even.
I think all gymnasts are a little bit crazy. They have to be, especially on high bar. Every time I crash, the most I crash, the most I love it.
This is sophomore Neil Palmer of Nebraska, ready for some fun on the high bar here in the team competition.
He does a great routine. He uses one-arm giant swings both directions. Let's see if he can do them here under the pressure. It's a back uprise, right to the handstand, back stalder, blind change. Nice, beautiful swing. There's a front giant. Okay, now pirouette to a one-arm back giant, right to a ginger. Very nicely done. He was a little close to the bar, but definitely safe. He was sure he was going to catch it. Nice inverted giant swings. Great position. Good speed in the giant here as he gets ready for the dismount. A full twisting double. Nice exercise.
With all the spectacular tricks being done nowadays, is there pressure on an athlete to impress the judges with something new?
Absolutely, and this is a very difficult sequence. Notice a one arm to a ginger and regrasp. Difficult sequence. Notice a one arm to a ginger and regrasp. He's very close, but he made sure he's close enough to catch.
Palmer showing style, technique, and daring. Yes, 9.8. A sparkling performance for Palmer and Nebraska. Next up, Steve Bradley of Ohio State, averaging 9.45 for the day. He's on the vault.
One thing interesting about the vault, John, is you have just one shot. You got to make it work when it counts. You can't go back and do it again. Okay, what a great vault. That was a double front in the pike position, and he nailed the landing. Good job. That'll score very well.
And that's a 20-meter sprint until you hit the board.
You have to have good speed as you hit the horse here. The judge is looking for height and distance from the horse. He's way up in the air, looks for the ground, and drops it in.
He gets both. And he also gets a good score, 9.7 for Bradley. Just another example of Buckeye consistency. You know, it's in marked contrast to the erratic Penn State performances. And as you look over there, you get a sense of gloom and doom hanging over the Nittany Lion bench as Terry Bartlett gets ready for his parallel bars.
And Terry had trouble on this event yesterday. Okay, right there on the mount. He slipped a hand. It was like a fluke. It was an unusual mistake. Nice work there. That's what they call a makuts. It's a trick invented by a Russian, Bogdan Makuts.
Terry Bartlett ranked 3rd nationally in this event, so he's a good one.
His great extension. Nice stutz. Good position. Notice the nice line in the handstand. There's a double back and nails the landing. That's a good exercise.
Terry Bartlett talked of topping off his college career with a national championship. I don't think he's going to do it today.
Well, that was sure a great dismount, though. Perfect form, great execution. 9.7, good score. 9.7, good score.
Now we go to Wes Suter to the high bar. He's averaging 9.6 today. You talk about consistency.
This is another great exercise. One of the things that Wes does better than most is he does release moves, but he does them unbelievably high. Let's see if he can handle them here today.
He's already got 2 9.7s on floor and horse and a 9.4 on rings. looking for a good score here
nice
on the high bar.
staller. Good speed in the Giants. Look at that. That's a Ginger, named after West German Eberhard Ginger. It's a flyaway with one-half twist. Here's from a one arm and another Ginger. Very nicely done. Good position on both the regrasps. Stoop into inverts. Boy, this is a good exercise so far. Very clean. Good speed there. Full twisting double. Okay, one step, but that's the only deduction you're going to get.
Is Wes Suter in that zone, as the athletes call it, that magical place where everything seems to go right?
He seems to be really cooking today. Look at the position. Nice twist, way up over the bar. Drops a landing in.
9.65. Wes Suter not perfect, but still good. Nebraska strong on the high bar. And for the first time in this competition, take a look at this. Nebraska takes the lead. Ohio State is close.